History Spotlight, brought to you by HEC Media and the Missouri Historical Society.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Sowell, president of the Missouri Historical Society in St. Louis. Judge Nathan B. Young was named the first African-American municipal judge in St. Louis in 1965. Public historian Cicely Hunter tells us more about his long and fascinating career.
Judge Nathan B. Young Jr. lived to be 98 years old. His life spanned the 20th century with the Harlem Renaissance era, the Great Depression, the Civil Rights Movement, the Black Power movement, and also the desegregation busing era. So he saw all of it. Judge Young was born to Nathan B. Young Sr. and Emma Young in 1894 in Alabama. He would go on to become a young attorney, and it was said that he was working with the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and he was targeted by the Ku Klux Klan at that time. His father actually wrote him and said, "I think that you should actually come to St. Louis." So him and his wife journeys to St. Louis, where he starts his practice here. In an oral history, he defined his experiences upon his arrival in 1924, and he actually said that St. Louis was considered to be an oasis in comparison to life in Alabama at that time. He would go on to join the St. Louis Negro Bar Association, and he would even become a co-founder of the St. Louis American, which initially kicked off its editorial in 1928, selling and circulating stories about Black experiences. Judge Nathan B. Young was also an avid reader and researcher of local St. Louis Black history, and he even went on to write a piece called Your St. Louis and Mine as well in 1937. So he ultimately found that St. Louis was essential, and Black activists here contributed to the civil rights struggle with court cases that went all the way to the Supreme Court, like Dred and Harriet Scott's freedom suit, Shelley v. Kramer, as well as Gain v. Canada. Those were a few of the court cases that he cited as influential and substantial to Black excellence here in the city of St. Louis. Judge Young went on to become the first Black City Court No. 2 judge in 1965. He would serve in that role until about 1976 when he would retire. He was a Renaissance man, and his significance is truly impeccable to the work here of Black St. Louisans.
Next week on History Spotlight, the story of a dress from one of St. Louis's best-dressed women in the mid-20th century.
To learn more about the Missouri Historical Society, visit mohistory.org.